the individual price of the instrument you're trading. And where's your setup going to form? Around time, because the markets run algorithmically. Commodities have a supply and demand factor associated with them that no other asset class has. Zero. There's no reason to buy Bitcoin. There's no reason to try trade or buy any of these meme coins or all this other stuff that comes out. There's no reason to buy any stock or any individual option. That's speculation. There's no real supply and demand factors there. It's greed and fear. Those are the very aspects and two pillars that cause people to lose money. In commodities, you have a built-in advantage. You have supply and demand factors. You have a way of measuring the real interest in big smart money, the large consumers of a commodity. If they're net long on that commodity and they've been building that position for a number of months, and every time it drops and goes lower, they start building that position larger again. They're telling you you don't need a moving average that's going to go higher. They're telling you that you don't need a trend line sloping up that's going to go higher. You don't need it to go oversold. You don't need it to create bullish divergences. You simply need to know that this market is predisposed to go higher. And if there's a backwardization between the contract's month delivery price, meaning if it trades in March and it trades in June, if March's contract is trading at a higher price than June's contract, and June's trading at a higher price than September's contract in the future, that means that there's this backwardization of the normal carrying charge market. That means that you are in a commercial bull market. That means the market is likely, once it starts going higher, it will start spooling aggressively vertical, kind of like what cocoa did this year. Cocoa smoked everything. Like that market just was like brilliant, beautiful. Every year, there's 2 or 3 markets like that in the commodity market. Every single year, it does that. And for folks that understand options, and guess what? We're finally going to talk about options. You can parlay a very, very small account into hundreds of thousands of dollars in a move like that. And I have seen people do this and never trade again. One time, one trade, one market, they just stalk it, stalk it, stalk it, stalk it. And those 2 markets were silver and coffee. And they never did anything else ever again. They didn't day trade. They didn't do any kind of other type of trading. They didn't trade that market ever again. They just waited and waited and waited. And when all the things came together, they moved their money into options and they bought those call options and there it was done. I mean, if you live your life simply and you don't go out there and try to impress everybody, you don't go out there and try to live above your means. If you can make a couple $1,000,000 and you live modestly, you're comfortable for the rest of your life. That doesn't mean you're rich. It just means you're comfortable. And honestly, so many of you are trying to take exorbitant risks, gambling on momentum, chasing price, but calling it a model, calling it a methodology, when it's really just chasing price. You know, if your idea is, okay, it's moving up, let me get in here and buy it, because if I can get a couple handles out of it, yeah, I'm winning. Nobody's doing it like this. That's not really sustainable. Okay, that's what I was doing in the beginning. I was doing it in 1993, and eventually that stops working. And we're getting ready to go into a market where if you don't know how to trade, your hinder parts are going to be handed to you. But the good news is, the wonderful news is, if you do know how to trade, we have years, not just in 2025, we have years, at the very minimum 2 years, because there's a Senate election every 2 years in the United States. So for the next 2 years, in 2025 and 2026, we should have salad days trading. That means this is the stuff you've been waiting for as a trader that's been trading for a while. The environment is conducive for absolute millionaire making. Very, very, very good trading. And that has my juices flowing. Like I'm hopped up on goofballs. I know the opportunities that are coming. I know that. I've been doing this for 32 plus years, and I am absolutely stoked to see what I know is coming down the pike. That is opportunity that you have been strangled. You've been stifled as a trader. We've not had the volatility that is supportive for the types of moves that really make easy trading. These markets have been very, very difficult in recent years. And I've made very, very open comments several times to my private students. I said it to them, and I've said it candidly out in YouTube and or in Twitter spaces like this or X spaces. Now, it doesn't mean it's impossible to trade, but if you've had difficulty finding footing, say you've been trading for a little while, and you're like, man, this market sucks. Trust me, 3 decades rather of experience. I have seen good years and I've seen some bad years. And we have seen artificial manipulation in the market so much. It's disgusting. And hopefully we will start moving away from that. And you got to give a little bit of time. It doesn't mean the entirety of 2025, it doesn't mean half of 2025. But I usually take a break from trading the week right before Thanksgiving. And I don't trade until the first or second Tuesday of February of the new year. That means I allow January to trade without me. I allow the first week of February to trade without me. I don't trade December because I want to be focused on the holidays and family. I don't trade Thanksgiving week or after it going into the end of November because I got burned by FXCM trading around Thanksgiving. So that was the final lesson for me. I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to take this completely out of there. And I'm going to let the holidays be my holidays. I'm not going to trade around it. Just like I don't trade on vacations anymore. I used to take vacations and I would trade. And sometimes I would do very, very well. And any small loss would mess up my whole entire vacation. I would be like, why did I even do this? And it may not be big of a loss. And it would just poison the entire experience of being away. I'm supposed to be away. So if you take a vacation, take a vacation. But in 2025, I'm going to be showing you the best of the best. And it's all for free. There's absolutely no obligation on your part at all. You're not going to pay me anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to watch my videos. Okay? I don't care how many viewers watch it. I'm not putting the thumbs up there because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care about that. I want people to take advantage of the opportunities that's going to be laid out in front of everyone over the next 2 years. And I'm going to share my real-time analysis, just like I did with my private mentorship. They experienced this on a day-by-day basis. They watched me explain where the daily and the weekly chart was going to go to, why it was going to happen, and I was in a high 90% accuracy. And you're going to experience that. You're going to see it. You're going to be a part of it. You're going to be just like you're in a private mentorship. You're going to be just like a charter member. You're going to be sitting right there looking over my shoulder, listening to me explain. This is why. This is it. This is not. This is why it shouldn't. This is why it should. And this is what I expect to see happening. So there is no ambiguity. I'm going to show you what will likely occur. And if I'm wrong, this is what's going to happen. But there'll be times where if I see something that may unfold and it doesn't pan out, and I give you the reasons why it won't pan out, I'll tell you when I'm going to reverse based on that idea. You never get that from anybody else. I will tell you everything. I'm going to tell you everything. And I'm not showing demo accounts next year. Okay. I have real money accounts. Any example I share is going to be real money examples. Okay. You've seen enough of that. You've seen enough of that with the market replay guys. You've seen enough of that with the delayed data, live streams, all that stuff. It's time for tomfoolery and fakes to step out of the way and let the man come through. You're going to see what it's really like to be trained by a world-class educator and trader. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen for free. I promise you, I guarantee you that no one's going to be able to keep up with what I'm bringing in 2025. No one's going to produce as much profitable students at the end of the year than I am. And you're all welcome to bring the receipts because I'm encouraging you all to do that. It's going to happen. You're going to have a whole lot of fun. All the shenanigans is done. I had a lot of fun on Twitter this year, but I'm showing you something that you never would experience otherwise. Your job is to determine what you want to do. Do you want to specialize in futures? Then don't worry about what I'm doing in commodities. Don't worry about the Forex. If you've left Forex and went to futures and you found that it's a more gentlemanly market, it means it's more precise. You don't see a lot of the tomfoolery that you see in Forex. And everybody's price is the same price. In Forex, it's not the case. So if you've been upset because your love is in Forex and you've not been able to find your footing in there, welcome home. Because in 2025, Daddy's coming back. I'm bringing back all the I'm bringing sexy back to Forex. Let's put it like that. Okay. Every mentor out there that's educating, I promise you, sales are going to suffer in 2025. Okay. It's nothing personal. It's just I'm the best and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to create a legion of profitable students. I'm going to create an army, a testimonial army of this is the market. This is how you should be trading. This is how you should think about it. There's no lifestyle stuff here. There's no vlogging stuff here. It's just we're coming together like a board meeting. Here's the data. Here's our KPIs. What are we doing with this information? What direction are we making? What's the investment that ICT is making with this real money? You can't get any better than that. Because if I'm not willing to put my money behind it, it ain't worth taking. If it ain't worth taking like that, then why should I talk about it? Sorry, but not sorry. It's time for the talkers to stop talking. If you have something of value, you'll produce it and share it too. And you'll have people come behind you and say, wow, you know what? This made me who I am today. Great. I'm all for it. If it makes you better, makes you profitable, well done. But if you're teaching with market replay, or they're teaching in hindsight, this is what I would have done if I did it, or if they tell you, I took a trade, I think I entered in here. If they don't show you, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. If they're teaching through Trust Me Bro Incorporated old tactics of here's my screenshot of my MT4, MT5, here's my profits, forget about it. If you are the guys that believe $100 will turn into $1 million with white label fake Forex brokers, you're going to be shocked to see how you can really make money and not believe that BS because that stuff doesn't happen. It did not happen. And you're welcome. You're welcome to let me pay for a third party audit and prove that you didn't take $100 to $1 million, Alex. So you're going to see all kinds of wonderful real world analysis concepts. No extra PD arrays required. My whole approach is going to be how you, and there'll be videos in January that are pre-recorded educational videos that's going to help you use the information that I'm giving that's going to be purely just analysis. I'm not teaching, okay? I'm not teaching in 2025. I've already taught. I've already taught. There's no new wheel being reinvented, but in January, I'm going to give you lessons. There'll be 20 videos in January. It'll be Monday through Friday delivery, and it'll help you if you don't know what to do with all that stuff on my YouTube channel. Those are the videos that's going to finally just address it. Say, okay, here's if you want to be trading Forex, this is what you should do using the videos, how to approach it. And once you watch them, what should you do next? Okay. I'm not writing a book. Okay. I thought about it. It's aggravating dealing with these guys that are publishers. I'm not going to do it. So, what I was going to put in a book format, I'm literally doing it over the course of 2025 because it's better to simply watch me do it because you're not going to appreciate anything I type out. And I've looked at these rough drafts, okay, and I'm looking at them like I know what this means, but I know that it's not going to deliver because most of you don't even do the work of back testing and looking for the things I tell you to look at. There's a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. I have dozens of books written in video format. Like they're better than audiobooks. They're literally the best thing you can find in terms of understanding what algorithmic price delivery is like, understanding what time delivery is, understanding the mechanics of precision entries and exits, understanding the real market structure, not just simply higher high, higher low. That's garbage. There's things that you simply cannot get communicated effectively in a book. And my obsessive compulsive disorder just won't allow me to be satisfied because they want me to trim back some of the things. They're like, well, this could be reduced in size. No, it ain't. I don't want that. So to save myself a lot of the aggravation and save the whole community a lot of time waiting for the few people that would buy it, photocopy it, and then try to sell it for $10 on Telegram channels. You're not getting that money either, Jack. So I'm just going to simply go out there and just do it. I'm going to do it over all the asset classes. You're going to watch me outline it, just like I did with my students in paid mentorship. You're going to see everything I've always said is true. And you're going to see it in every asset class: commodities, bonds, currency futures. You don't want to trade Forex anymore, or never traded Forex and never could muster the interest in trading Forex? Wonderful. You can trade the futures contract on currencies. I did, and you'll see me do it this year with real money. Real money, not a demo account. All real. There's nothing to hide. There's no reason to hide from it. The stuff works. And when you see that you have a plethora of opportunities in front of you, you can be a commodity trader. And maybe that's the asset class that you've never realized that was designed perfectly for you, meaning that you're not going to trade every single day. You're going to look for setups that make perfect sense. You have real supply and demand factors behind why that move should take place. And you're using a higher time frame entry model. So you're not worried about the tiny little fluctuations intraday. You're not worried about kill zones and macros. They're not necessary. You're simply looking for high probability entries with sound risk management in markets that are predisposed to go higher or lower because of real supply and demand factors, real fundamental aspects. That only occurs and exists in commodities. So for the folks that have a lot of distrust in the mumbo jumbo that I say about algorithmic this and algorithmic that, the commodity markets have a real supply and demand pull and tug of war on price action. It's a unique asset class that has a lot less tomfoolery in it, even beyond the scope of futures trading in sense of index trading. Now, index trading, because I trade predominantly the NASDAQ, I will start bringing in ES once in a while because I know a lot of you like to trade the ES and you're like, can you show examples in ES? Well, if my focus is primarily on the NASDAQ at the time, I know sometimes I come across like a mental giant. I'm not. I'm not a genius. I'm not trying to portray the idea that I'm some savant. I'm I'm a simple guy that's been blessed. And if I dilute my attention to too many things at one time, which is why we have to have a schedule. On Fridays, I'll deal with commodities. At the end of the week, telling you what I believe is going to happen for the coming week in trading. And then that'll afford me the opportunity to sprinkle throughout the week when things are salient to that idea that I gave on the previous week at the end of the week. So that way you have my expectations shared on Friday. So that way, anytime during the weekend when you're watching football games, whatever the sports, you do your house chores or whatever, and your wife or spouse allows you the time to watch that video, you'll have my perspective on the coming week with the grain markets, the metals markets, the energies market, the currency futures. Every facet to commodity trading, I'm going to cover that. There won't be any market that is not touched. Okay, I'm going to touch it all up. Okay, so daily, I will be an index trader with analysis, and you'll see that. With short-term trading, I will be doing that with either Forex or the currency futures. So short-term trading is going to be not day trading in Forex, not day trading in index futures, but I'm sorry, futures, currency futures rather. Any setup that forms in Forex is going to be forming in currency futures. So you're going to see this overlap between both of them. So whether you want to be trading in the Forex market, which is cowboy Western, where everybody has a different price. Everybody has a different high for GBP USD. Everybody has a different price for dollar CAD. Your brokers don't agree with the same highs. Your brokers don't agree with the same opening price. So there's tomfoolery there. There's a whole lot of room for you to get hurt. In currency futures, we all have the same high price. We all have the same low price. We have the same open and close. So it's a gentleman's approach to trading the same thing. You want to trade the British pound? Wonderful. Trade it through futures contracts. And don't trade with these garbage brokers, these unregulated offshore brokers that don't necessarily have your best interest in mind. In 2025, you're going to see the wheat and the chaff separated. You're going to see the sheep and the goat separated. Who's a real mentor? Who's really creating profitable students? Who knows what they're talking about? Because that's my motivation. I'm bringing you world-class analysis, not teaching. I'm not teaching. We're done teaching. I've taught everything. What I'm showing you is how to use what I've already taught. And there's not a whole lot of moving parts to it. In January, I'm going to show you how to pick your model, how to pick your index, your instrument, your asset class, how to pick your time frame for your type of model, how to pick and associate what your entry model should be, what PD array, how do you determine which PD array? Because I have a lot of them. How do you arrive at on an individual basis, on a personal basis? How do you pick the right one? Because there's so many people that capitalize on the interest that new people or inexperienced or lazy students, and I say that lovingly because it is a little intimidating when you come to my YouTube channel and see all that content. You're like, man, I just want to get started doing something. I don't have time to go through all those videos. Well, that's kind of like what I did in 2024. I showed you this is the nuts and bolts. Get out there and start doing this. Every time I create a new unique model, it's to prove to you that you don't need to watch all those videos right now in the beginning. You need to start somewhere though. To have a well-rounded approach as a trader, watching every video on that YouTube channel is always a recommendation by me. I don't care if you download all my videos and watch them from your PC. I don't care about ad revenue. I don't care. But if I'm going to put the videos up on YouTube for everybody to have for free, why shouldn't I get paid ad revenue? The ad revenue is going to get collected by YouTube. So why shouldn't I get 60% of it? Either they're going to get all of it or they're going to get 40% of it. So I'm not in the business of letting these rich people take money on things they didn't earn. So it's my content. I own it. I own the rights to it. I'm Inner Circle Trader. I'm always going to be Inner Circle Trader. That is my content. So I don't care how you devour the content. If you want to download it, then watch it from your computer because you just simply don't want to see an ad revenue payment go to me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't need that. Like I said, remind you, I could be doing this for money, and there's hundreds of thousands of you. They're all listening. Will gladly pay whatever. All I have to do is sit down for 1 month. 1 month, let you in a room, watch me trade. That's all I got. I don't have to teach you anything. Just let you see what I'm doing, and then say, now you want to see this? It's $500 a month. Most of you won't do that. You'll look for the guys that are selling the uh, the alternative streams. Okay, kind of like a scalper. They go out there and hey, look, you want to get in here? I'll sell you a ticket over here. But they do it for the cheap. I'm removing there's no need to go into anybody else's mentorship, and I'm going to get so much hate over this. I don't care because I'm tired of everybody using my name. I'm tired of everyone using my name to get attention drawn to you, and then you want to talk smack about me. That's low class marketing. You're going to have to earn it now because I'm going to give them so much gold. They're not even going to consider you. So you can flame me, you can praise me, you can do whatever you want. But if my name is in your title, your videos, or your content, you are literally proving that you need that instead of just being an individual all in and of yourself. Stop trying to be an ICT clone. Stop trying to mimic me. You can't be me. You can't be like me. You're not going to be able to teach and showcase what I'm going to show in 2025. That's not going to happen. So all you're going to do is show by contrast, glaringly obvious that you can't measure up. And that's why I'm doing it. And it's for free. Why would they pay you? Why should you listening pay anybody else that doesn't know what I know about the content I created? That's nonsense. That's lunacy. It's lunacy. To do things like that makes no sense. And I understand people feel like they have to pay for something to get value, but I'm a person that lives affluently. I don't need you to pay for my $200 course. I don't need you to pay me monthly payments. I don't care if you watch my videos from my YouTube channel or not. I don't care. Download them. I don't care. I don't care how you get it. I don't care. Okay? But I'm not allowing people the easy access to market and make money off of my name. It's just it's gotten way out of hand, and I've done strategic things this year to make it less enticing for people to want to do that. And because of what I'm going to show in 2025, you're going to learn how to look at the commodity markets. You're going to look at how I see the futures markets, index trading, currency futures, and Forex. Forex is back on the menu. Those are going to be short-term trading. I'm not trying to day trade Forex. I'm not trying to day trade currency futures. I want to be short-term trading. So that's like one-shot, one-kill setups. So I'm going to have pretty much everything that I've ever discussed and talked about. Long-term position trading is going to be like the commodity trading because I'm focusing on mega trades. Now there'll be swing trades in there that are usually held for like 2 weeks to a month and a half. Those will be talked about, and I'll give analysis on those types of setups too, because there's one or two of them a month, but it takes a lot of time to wait for those things to form. And I'll give you strategies on how to implement when those conditions are met. So it'll show you how to use everything I've already taught, but apply it to real analysis in markets where you can choose. Which one do you see? And maybe in 2025, you will have an epiphany about what you should be doing as a trader because I'm going to cover all aspects of trading: position trading, swing trading, short term trading, day trading. And I'm doing every asset class. No crypto. I will never, ever, ever trade crypto. And people that keep asking me that, stop asking me. If you see people trying to use my name and my logos or my face and whatever, and they say, I just opened up a Telegram channel, or I'll be teaching you new concepts. I'm not teaching new concepts. I'm not done. I'm done teaching. It's the doing now. Okay. You all know my language. You understand how I talk and how I refer to certain things. Now, when I sit over top of a chart and I say, this is where I believe the market's going to go here, and I don't believe it should do this. And then I'm going to tell you how I would engage that market, how I'm going to do it. It is not a signal service. It is not for you to copy me trading. It's none of that stuff. It's for you to make a sound, logical decision based on money behind real trades. If I'm showcasing something, I'm taking money and placing it behind these ideas. I am not talking in speculation. I'm not giving a hypothetical. I want to showcase this is what I would put money behind. It is not meant to inspire you to copy me. If you do that next year, you're wasting the opportunity that's being given to you. Because if you introduce money to it, you're going to be worried about whether or not I'm going to be right or wrong and not understanding what it's like to watch price in that move. Now, contrast that with you struggle many times to get into a trade that may be on a 1 minute chart. And you put the trade on and it starts fluttering around and it moves in your favor or it doesn't move in your favor. Immediately, you are emotionally hooked. Now, every fluctuation means something to you, but it's grossly exaggerated and it's going to be clouding your mind. You're spending more time hoping that it moves in your favor and fearing that it won't to notice the things that it's indicating that it is or isn't a sound trade anymore. You're worried about the micro fluctuations. If you have that tendency, and if you're trying to copy me next year with real money, simply because I'm telling you I'm going to be doing something with this idea, when I'm talking about short-term trading or a swing trade in a commodity market, you're going to lose your mind because I'm not going to talk about that thing every single day. It'll be a position that once I put it on, I place a stop, I let it go. And if you copied that